Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the temperature of the string at any point of the interval t. So that the first content is that one-dimensional heat conduction. The one-dimensional heat equation is here, where the expansion of alpha square is k by rho c. K is thermal conductivity, rho is density, c is specific heat. U is a function of t. The possible solutions are here. Here U is the temperature and x is the distance, t is the time. So that the purpose of using one-dimensional heat equation is that we can find the temperature of the string at any point of the interval in various distance. U is the temperature and x is the distance, t is the time. Among these three conditions, the suitable solution is ux, t is equal to a cos px plus b sin px e power minus alpha square p square t, which means second condition is the suitable solution for this one-dimensional heat equation. The boundary conditions are here. First condition, u of 0, t equal to 0 at x equal to 0, which means there is no distance of the string. Then find the temperature, which is equal to 0. Second condition, u of l, t equal to 0. L stands for length of the string. Then the temperature is 0. Third condition, u of x, 0 equal to f of x. At initial time t equal to 0, find the temperature of the string, which is f of x, that will be given. So now we move to the question, and before that make a note of it. When the steady state condition prevails, dou u by dou t equal to 0, which means temperature does not varies with respect to time. And here you can see that u stands for temperature and t is the time. Steady state means the temperature does not varies with respect to time, so that dou u by dou t is equal to 0. Then the heat equation will become dou squared u by dou x square equal to 0, because dou u by dou t equal to 0, and so alpha square is also will become 0, so that you will get this equation. So after integration for one time on this differential equation, then you will get dou u by dou x equal to a. Again integrating, then you will get u is equal to integration of a is ax plus b is arbitrary constant. So now the first example, a rod 30 cm long has its ends a and b kept at 20 degrees Celsius and 80 degrees Celsius respectively until steady state conditions prevail. The temperature at each end is suddenly reduced to 0 degrees Celsius and kept so. Find the resulting temperature function ux, t taking x equal to 0 at a. And here you can see that the length of the rod is 30 cm. At the initial stage, the temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. At the end of the rod, the temperature is 80 degrees Celsius until steady state conditions prevail, which means you have to use this function u equal to ax plus b. When the steady state conditions prevails, you must use this function. So now the solution begins. You can see that one-dimensional heat equation, a rod is there, a and b, starting point and end point of the rod, length is 30 cm. Now here at initial stage, the temperature of the rod is 20 degrees Celsius. At end of the rod, the temperature is 80 degrees Celsius, which means at length x equal to 30, the temperature is 80 degrees Celsius. And you can see that until steady state conditions prevails. If steady state conditions prevails, means the temperature will be 0. You can see that. When steady state conditions prevails, dou u by dou t equal to 0. So after substituting this on heat equation, then you will get this form. So after integrating for 2 times, you will get this equation. So now at x equal to 0, which means length is 0, at initial stage the rod temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. So at x equal to 0, make it equal to 20. If x equal to 0 means ax will be 0, so b is equal to 20. At x equal to 30, at the end of the rod, the temperature is 80 degrees Celsius. So that at x equal to 30, at x equal to 30, a into 30 plus b. We got the value b, which is 20 here. Have a substitution in place of b as 20. So we'll get 80 equal to 30a plus 20. So that a value is 2. After getting a and b value, have a substitution on this formula. So we'll get a function 2x plus 20. So make a note of it. As we have seen in one-dimensional wave equation in both zero velocity, also in non-zero velocity, the function was given. But in heat-based problems, the function that you have to create based on the temperature. And so you got the function which is 2x plus 20. So conditions are here, the boundary conditions. You know the suitable solution here, and hereafter as usual procedure. First of the solution will be have a substitution. So you have to substitute this each and every boundary condition on your current solution and make it equal to 0, 0 and make it equal to this function. Second half of the solution will be using off-range sine series, and that's what we have seen so far in all the problems based on one-dimensional wave, zero velocity, also in non-zero velocity. First half will be applying the boundary condition, second half will be off-range sine series. So first condition here, u of 0 comma t equal to 0, replace x by 0 on this solution. If x equal to 0 means sin 0 will be 0 and cos 0 value is 1. So that you will get a, and there is no x here. This exponential term should be retained and make it equal to 0 by using this condition. So you will get a equal to 0 here, and this one is not equal to 0 because t is there. It's a variable, it cannot be equal to 0. If a equal to 0 means substitute this conclusion on your first equation. So it will become b sin px e power minus c square p square t. Now second condition substitution, u of 30 comma t equal to 0. So replace x by 30 on your current solution, which means on equation number 2. So replace x by 30 here. So we'll get formula like this and make it equal to 0. Again, this exponential term, it cannot be equal to 0. Now b equal to 0 or sin 30p is equal to 0. You cannot take b equal to 0. If b equal to 0 means you have to substitute b equal to 0 on your current solution, which means you will get a trivial solution. This equation will become 0. So that b is not equal to 0. Sin 30p is equal to 0. So that p value is n pi by 30. Substitute this conclusion on your current solution on equation number 2. So now the current solution is here, p sin n pi x by 30 e power minus c square n square pi square by 30 square into t. Now before applying third boundary condition, we have to generate the most general solution, and that's what we have seen in one-dimensional wave equation also. Before applying your last condition, so you have to create the most general solution, which means replace b by bn. You can replace this b by small bn also. So now when you have nth term, then you can use this summation so that it will become the most general solution now. So bn sin n pi x by 30 e power minus c square n square pi square by 30 into t. So now you can apply the third condition. The last condition is u of x comma 0 equal to f of x. So replace t by 0. So obviously e power 0 value is 1. So you will get the format like this. So it shows that the equation number 5 shows that second half of the solution is going to be off-range sine series. So one thing you have to remember is that in 4th unit, application of partial differential equation, all the problems which comes under one-dimensional wave equation, one-dimensional heat conduction, first half of the solution will be applying the boundary condition. After applying all the boundary condition, you will get formula like this. It has to be off-range sine series format. You can see that this is off-range sine series format, and hereafter the very easy procedure, if you are going to apply the Bernoulli's formula. You can see that now f of x is here, which is 2x plus 20, where bn formula is here 2 by L 0 to L f of x sin n pi x by L into dx, where L equal to 30, where L equal to 30, where f of x is 2x plus 20. So use the Bernoulli's formula u v1 minus u dash v2, and the range is here. So after applying the limit, you will get formula like this. Now the most general solution, which means the equation number 5. Have a substitution here on equation number 5 after getting this Bn value. Hence, this problem will get over. So this is the temperature U at any time T. Now, second question, a bar 10 cm long with insulated sides has its ends A and B kept at 20 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius respectively until steady state conditions prevail. The temperature at A is suddenly raised to 50 degrees Celsius and at the same time at B is lowered to 10 degrees Celsius and maintained thereafter. Find the subsequent temperature distribution in the bar. The difference between the last question and the current question is that in last question the temperature is reduced to 0 degrees Celsius in both sides, in both ends A and B. But here the temperature A is suddenly raised to 50 degrees Celsius and at end B it is reduced to 10 degrees Celsius. There is only one difference between these two questions. We shall see the solution for this question on my next video. Thank you.